being live. All right.
Oh,
Hey, we're back.
hey!
That means a new show. It's a new
So
show.
how long were we not live for is the question.
I don't know. I
They
think
missed all the good Ditka stuff? I mean, that's
they
bad.
missed the Ditka stuff. That's the problem. They missed the Ditka stuff.
Oh,
So
man.
wait, so is this a new show? And the other show is finished?
I don't know. We'll find out.
This is the show within the show within the show.
We are in the multiverse.
Yeah, I like
people, the multiverse.
I like it.
We're on like some sixth wall. Like
All right, just in
Inception
case.
stuff right there.
Just in case. That's Jeff B. I'm Canada Dry. That's GM Joe. This is Lord Ryan Rich. This is Dynamite After Dark. How are you doing?
I couldn't have said it better. All of a sudden, you went from Canadian to New Yorker like that.
I don't know. The Bears.
Not Bears.
I mean, isn't Vancouver just basically Canadian
Seattle?
New York? I mean,
I don't think so, no.
Vancouver is more like outskirts of LA. Like,
We're kind of San Francisco-y.
yes.
Okay. I get that.
Hey, you know, when the weed is legal, you're a cool place. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, they got the
Normally.
Golden Gate Bridge. We got the Lions Gate Bridge.
Yeah. That Lionsgate Bridge is actually really nice looking. It is
That's
absolutely
quite the sight.
beautiful. So we
Of course,
open with,
Lionsgate Films, right?
Yeah.
I think it's based on that bridge.
absolutely. We open with an amazing Samoa Joe and Hook video package, which really helps, and you'll know why at the end of our pod. But it looks, I mean, I might try to translate it in a little bit.
I don't think we want to try offending anybody, JFB. Let's keep moving.
Caleb Vlog, World of the Down Syndrome. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, he is on fire. Anyways, our first match, of course, is Christian Cage. He's going to be taking on Dustin Rhodes for the TNT Championship. Here are a couple of my notes. He's got the whole family with him. That's what's great about this. He's got the whole family. I love that turtleneck. He's the only guy that can pull off a turtleneck, with the exception of Steve Jobs. But now Christian's living and Steve Jobs is dead, so he makes him number one automatically. Cage and the championship deserve, if you will, a better crowd reaction than the boos that are raining down upon Christian. Is shame. Shame, North Charleston, South Carolina.
For shame.
Yeah.
For shame.
For shame. Anyways, you know what? Dustin gets his licks in, but let's face it, he has a Vancouver snowball chance of getting a win.
Vancouver snowfall? Like, how explain your logic here? Because it is snowing here.
It's snowing, yeah. You know, not every place is blessed with snow. Nashville got it, so did Vancouver.
I think like North
That's
America.
where I live.
I think North America is just under a tundra of ice right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we got like an inch here in central Illinois, and that was it.
Wow, we got 7.
We got a couple inches, and then it just decided to ice and sleet.
They let out
That's
school
what
because
she
it was so
said.
cold, not because of the snow.
Oh my God. Anyways, one final note, and that is Christian's frog splash was covered in weak sauce. That was a weak and horrible. He just kind of like belly flopped into the actual.
There was a
He's
little
been-
bit of arm like this. That was it.
He's
though.
been
Yeah, he's
he's
like,
been
yeah.
taking notes from Orange Cassidy on his
Oh,
on his frog
dude.
splash.
I think.
Okay,
that could
okay,
be right.
okay. I told you before. I'm going to tell you again. We are not a search engine. Go to Google. Look it up. Or Google Maps. They will tell you where North America is.
Yeah, that's true. And if you're lucky, you'll do a flyby. And
I'm just going to come up and say it. I don't believe you don't know where North America is. I think you're trolling.
yeah, okay.
I'm calling a spade a spade.
Oh boy,
Don't troll.
controversy.
Someone ate a peed on ham sandwich.
Controversy. I say controversy.
No, I'm just like I get frustrated with these asking us questions like that are very basic.
Yeah. So, anyways, Canada Dry, your thoughts on the opening match?
I thought that Dustin, every time Dustin comes out, I feel he's better now than he was back in the day.
Okay.
Obviously he doesn't have the gimmick of Gold Dust, which carried him to
Yeah.
start him. But Dustin as a wrestler, I feel like he brings it he does he didn't do the red alert or whatever it's called.
Code Red.
Code Blue,
Red.
yeah.
Yeah.
Code Red, that's right. Code Blue is the sale at Kmart, not the Code Red.
Code Blue is Sky Blue's finisher.
Yes. Is that what she calls it?
Yeah, the Code Blue.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Which is basically the same thing.
Yeah, I think Dustin, he's ageless wonder, and I think that he's just so good, and it's too bad that Cage wouldn't let him win. What an asshole!
But then you don't have a storyline for Edge to lead up to Revolution.
I know.
I'm all right. Canada Dry, obviously not particularly happy with the outcome of this match, but perhaps Lord Ryan Rich was.
I'm not gonna say whether or not I was happy nor sad. It was just expected.
Yeah.
But I think that Dustin looked great in this match, and for his age, man, and for both of their age, you're just out there getting it. They're putting it all out there. Like the Canadian Destroyer, Dustin got a little bit of help, but it looks sick, dude. Like it was nasty. I really enjoyed it, and it just shows how much fight that Dustin has. And honestly, before he hangs it up, I would to God that Tony Khan lets this man win the Ring of Honor world title so he could have a world title ring.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be really cool.
As a founding member and everything, I think he's a legend. I think he deserves his flowers now.
Just a couple months, right?
Yeah, whatever. He can lose it the next week. I don't care. At least he had it.
Yeah.
He has that, and then no one can ever take it away.
I agree. 100%. GM Joe, your thoughts?
Yeah, I really enjoyed this match. There's a couple things that happened. For once, someone finally countered that corner kick. Like, Christian put his leg over the rope and just pushed him away, for the first time I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
I really like that. Yeah, these two, you can tell these two have had matches together. They're just so good together, so flawless. And another thing, Nick Wayne needs to do something or he's not going to have a neck left. That man took a bump on that freaking Destroyer outside. It looked like his head hit before everything else.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that I took away from this is if you want to know where Dustin Rhodes is from, it's on his tights. Big old flag of Texas.
Wait, is this another bad take by Noob?
Cody fighting 4 Wild Samoans or Dustin fighting Christian Cage and 18-year-old Canadian Dinosaur. I don't think either one of them is bad, to be honest with you. Come
on, this was an enjoyable match.
I mean, it's equally bad. They both lost their big title matches, so hey.
Yeah. I mean, ooh. Any other views that are on this week's edition of Dynamite After Dark are strictly the owners of each person, not a reflection of the podcast. Renee.
The bad takes today are going to be held by Rich Southwood. Yeah. He is our resident Jack Perry, the scapegoat.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Renee's in the back.
I can carry this mustache like I can. I'll be a scapegoat as well.
Oh, man, that's some love right there. That's some love. Willing to take the bullet for the team.
We talked about this before the show, so I'm not putting it on him. He's taking it.
Yeah. Okay.
If it wasn't going to be him, it was going to be the dog. So.
Yeah, at some point, somebody was going to.
Yeah, I like that last comment by Rennie. That.
This one?
Yeah.
Or maybe Cade can teach him.
Yeah. All right. Swerve's in the back with Renee. He's talking about championships. His eyes are everywhere, and apparently they're now surrounded in black makeup.
He looks like he hasn't.
Huh?
He looks like he hasn't slept in days.
Yeah,
Yes.
and maybe that's part of the ring psychology. But that brother looks like he's been smoking crack and hasn't slept for 10 days.
I wasn't going to go that far with it.
I think he's just trying to look bad.
Yeah.
So I have a question, Jim Joe.
Yeah.
Yes.
So on the forms,
Yeah.
it says people's names, and one of the names is Bad Take Cade. And I know he doesn't like this name. Does he click that, or does he put his name in?
I'm not sure. I've never really paid attention to it because I just do a find function when I'm doing results, and I'll type in Cade and it comes up and it gives me the score. I don't really pay attention.
Okay. So let me know later if he uses Bad Take Cade.
Okay, we'll do.
Because he doesn't like it.
I don't blame him. I don't like it either.
You don't like being Bad Take JFB?
No, definitely not. After last week's edition of the All Effing Wrestling Show is exactly what that was. It was like an execution mob style. It was brilliant.
Oh, did we all jump on you and just beat you up?
I mean, you might as well have. I mean, like every one of my takes was like a bad take.
Oh, yes. That was totally fun. I thought they were all going to be good takes.
Yeah.
I thought, like, this isn't going to be good. Like, but everyone's like, that's a bad take.
Yeah. Oh, that was horrible. That was horrible. My other one was actually really good, which is CM Punk is better known for what happens backstage and behind the scenes than he does in the ring.
Ooh.
You're not wrong there.
I mean, I'm trying to find the lie in it, but it's kind of hard.
This coming from a Punk fan,
You can be a Punk fan and still speak truth.
I mean, he'd want me to. I mean,
Yep.
that straight edge son of a bitch definitely would want me to.
100%.
So what do you guys think about Swerve? Let's go with Canada Dry first.
Swerve can do no wrong. I love every single time he's on the mic, so I'm not going to say anything bad about Swerve. Loved it.
Awesome. Ryan Rich, your turn, my good sir.
The Swerve is the Swerve, and he's the bird, and he's the word, man. That's what I gotta say.
Yeah.
That dude is he's a bad mamma jamma, and I'm high on him right now. And the eye thing has been a progression. He's been doing it for several weeks. It was less like noticeable before, but it really just stressed it out. It was really noticeable. Like someone just put like purple bags and they just colored it and tried to make it look puffy and it didn't.
Let's read Caleb's comment here.
Caleb with the mustache ride.
Swerve needs more sleep. He needs to ride on the mustache ride.
That's funny.
You should have seen the things he was saying in chat today, asking people to rub oil on him. Like, what the hell?
Dude,
Yeah.
I listen, gents. I tag with this man. We share a locker room. I know exactly what happens. Okay.
Do you rub oil on him if he asks you to?
If he needs it. Like his shoulders and stuff, not on his ding dong.
And Caleb has also been quoted as saying,
You want to know why? Because over the off season, I had to take a part-time job at backshaves.com, and he was a subscriber.
Yeah.
JFB,
He's also
you're
been quoted
muted.
as saying, I'm a MILF. Not me, but he's a MILF.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I could be
He
more
said-
happy
he
with
said,
that.
Damn right. Damn
Hey,
right.
damn
he's a
right.
MILF.
Hold on. JFB, we can't hear you. You're muted.
Oh, there we go. All right. Hey, let's get this thing back on track.
Hey, if you guys want to drive down Tangent Lane, I'm your Huckleberry, all right?
Well, that's what we do here. We go on side quests, and it's okay because they're fun.
Yeah.
You think this is bad? You ought to see me, Canada Dry, and Mr. Isaacs on Saturday nights.
Sometimes we'll sit there for
The
20
Wednesday
minutes
Night
talking about Bill
version.
Cosby.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, Renee is backstage with Jericho. He said it didn't slip out of his hands. It got ripped out of his hands. Okay. Ripped out of their hands by the Don Callis family. And then for some reason, Matt Sydal decides, hey, I haven't been on Dynamite in about a year and a half. I'm going to go ahead and show up because contractually I have to. He comes sliding in. He's like, hey, maybe you should take on somebody who's beating you. Maybe you should go ahead and kick my ass.
Meanwhile, when he beat him was like 10 years ago.
Yeah. But the fact that he's like, hey, why don't you get your first win against me? Can we predict on that? Does Matt Sydal take the fall?
I don't know if we can predict on that because spoilers are out, right?
They will be.
They will be in about a half hour, 45 minutes. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, hey, good for Jericho. It's just are they going to just feed him fresh meat week after week after week with no storyline?
I like that Jericho said, you were born to do this.
Yes, nice little
WWE.
Yep.
Oh, my God. All right. Orange Cassidy, second match. Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta. They're going to take on Penta and Commander. Here are some of my notes. It's good to see Chuck Taylor back, and it's really good to see Ray Phoenix back, despite the fact that both of them are still injured, and they may be out for a little bit longer than what we think. But in all honesty, hey, these were serious injuries. It's going to be a classic hands in pocket versus Cero Miedo hand gestures. Penta, I want to kind of encapsulate my thoughts on Penta. He's not a high spot junkie or ground and pound exclusively. He's a whole effing package. He can go ground and pound. He can go high fly. He can do whatever he wants to do. But, he's really good at what he does. Anyways, OC takes the slide into the corner. Guy pulls up in front. He slides out. He's out. Called out at home. The end of the match, we get to the big schmoz because we know that this is going to be happening until Revolution, which is Roddy Strong and the Undisputed Kingdom. And you have an injured Chuck Taylor. You have Orange Cassidy. You have Trent Beretta. But you have three legitimate working members of Undisputed Kingdom. He keeps talking about it. He's ducking them. And sure enough, Orange Cassidy says, let's fight right here. Let's rumble right now. Man, Roddy says, not so fast, my friend. I'll see you at Revolution. Now we get build up to what is going to be maybe the greatest reign of this title. And that's going to be with Roddy Strong. So Canada Dry, you go first, my friend.
Yeah, this was a pretty good high octane match. I'm enjoying what Commander's been doing lately.
Yeah,
he's been stepping up. He hasn't gotten any wins, but he's been stepping up. I guess filling the role of Ray Phoenix until Ray's ready to go. I thought this was a good match, and I'm excited for Roddy Strong versus Orange Cassidy. And I think that's the easy bet is to go with Roddy Strong.
Yeah,
because you want to build up the titles on this faction to make them look strong.
Correct. Yeah. Well, and I think too is that when you look at the succession of the belt and how the belt's gone, you had the first reign of Orange Cassidy, which was an amazing run. You had the small run of John
legendary,
Moxley.
I would say.
Yeah, and then you have the second reign of Orange Cassidy. But again, you're dealing with sophomore hijinks and not really, it's not the same. It's just, it's sophomoric, and it's really sad. It's sad that that's the way it has to be. But I think putting it on Roddy Strong makes that legitimately the workers' belt. And man, he's going to just blaze.
Yeah, I think really they had to put it back on Orange Cassidy because they didn't have anyone else.
Yeah.
That was legit. So he was really just a placeholder this time. until they can figure out who gets it next. That's what I think about this reign for Orange Cassidy.
Absolutely. Better than your boyfriend?
Yeah, the match was amazing. A funny thing that it was the first time that Trent and OC actually only tag team together.
Yeah.
Thought that was a wild fact considering how much they have interacted.
Yeah.
But it was a crisp match. I mean, Penta he's a world champion in any other promotion. Like, he's a total package, like JFB says. Every time he does the Made in Japan, I lose my crap.
Yep.
I don't know. But it was great. As far as the after stuff, I'm never, ever gonna support Orange Cassidy losing the international title. Not never. I don't care how the story stale is. He's my favorite. I want him to hold it forever in perpetuum across the infinite sea and the galaxies.
Okay. GM Joe, you got to follow up to that, my friend. You might as well go ahead and just say.
Yeah, sure. I'm just glad that the international title finally has a story. I've only been asking for it for how long now?
Yeah, since Moxley lost to Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I enjoyed the match. I just sit here with Phoenix being out, it just makes me miss Pac that much more. I want Death Triangle back. I can't wait till Pac is back wrestling with AEW again. I miss him.
Well, he's backstage last week, and apparently
I heard that he was backstage last week. I was kind of hoping he would have just came out and knocked out Commander and took his spot in the match.
Yeah,
that would have thrown him up like the stage or something.
You know, a group I really liked. I liked when Eddie Kingston was forming the faction with the Lucha Bros. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were amigos.
All right. Well, let's go to Renee. She's backstage.
Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. How you doing?
Not Dolly, Molly.
Oh, Molly. Yeah. Hey, Molly. How you doing? I don't know why.
Oh, JFB.
Yeah. Anyways, Renee is with Hangman Page. Here's what I have to say about Hangman Page. This is exactly what I wrote, word for word. Can we stop having Page cut promos? And now he has a ridiculous mustache. Is 2024 the year of the stash? Did Randy Orton open the door and people thought it was good? Because in legitimacy, there was like 23 mustaches on Dynamite tonight. All right. Anyway,
you know what happened? They all heard Randy say, "Daddy's home," and they're like, "Okay, time for the mustache."
Canada Dry makes sense of this promo.
Which one are we talking about?
The Hangman.
Renee with Hangman.
Yeah, I didn't really catch too much of that. My power went out, so I missed that. So we can move on to the next person.
Okay, excellent. You didn't miss much. Lord Ryan Rich.
I mean, first of all, his mustache is impressive. And I noticed it. I told everyone last week, and now we're getting more love about it. And I just want to get the mustache awareness out there. So rock on, brother. I love it. Second of all, the promo was pretty much unnecessary, and it's leading exactly to the three-way, probably a revolution between him, Swerve, and Joe for the title.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's way too early, but okay. Let's go with GM Joe.
Okay. First off, as good as that mustache is, without the rest of his beard, the beard is trimmed down, but his mustache isn't, so he looks out of place. Yeah. So either grow the beard back out a little bit fuller or trim down the mustache because you look a little ridiculous.
Do you know it looks a little bit Tom Selleck-y.
It does, but Tom Selleck never really had a full beard. He always just had nice thing.
He's got a little bit of the Magnum TA look a little bit too with it too. I think it looks good.
Yeah, I'm going to say this. I have a mustache scale. It's a 5 point. It's a 5 point plus or minus. Okay, you go from Sam Elliott to Hitler. Okay, so That's your +5. That's your -5, right?
Okay.
Tom Selleck's a 4.5 on my
Yeah.
5-point scale.
And what did Magnum TA get?
I mean, I'm telling you, I don't know if I can put that above Magnum. I think it's a 4.2, maybe a 4.25.
You know what? I'm sensing a Sunday podcast of just rating.
There's no way
Wrestling
now we're doing a mustache podcast.
Just mustaches.
Oh yeah, we are. the hell you say?
You're not even here on Sunday, so shush.
Oh, that's right.
Football season's over.
For you, not for me.
I'm back on.
That's
I'm
fine.
back on set. So
I did a lot better than I thought I was going to do. I'm happy.
Okay. Well, I'm working on set this weekend, so unfortunately the Sunday will be out. Anybody else got? We called you Mustache Jeff.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I know most of you are hating on this, but personally, I would be down if AEW made Hangman versus Swerve like their version of Dreamer and Raven in ECW, where they're just forever blood feuding. I'd be down for that.
Yeah,
So, like, we're not necessarily going to get the rematch right away, but they're just hating on each other all the time.
Yeah.
I'm with that. I'm all right with that. I can't
But
complain.
who's gonna play? Who's gonna play? Belila or Belula? Oh my God, Beulah
Yola
McGillicuddy.
McGillicuddy.
Yes, Jesus.
Well, I don't know. Why don't you just give it to Mariah May? I mean, you've already given her one. You've
I'll
given her a shitty.
say someone's got to get pile driven around here somewhere. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my god.
That would have to be what's her name? The third wheel of the Outcast now.
Oh.
Harley Cameron.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Harley Cameron.
That would be awesome.
Oh my god. All right.
She's the new Francine.
So Mark Briscoe comes out to pay tribute to Jay.
I can't believe it's been a year.
It's been a year on this date that we lost probably one of the greatest tag team wrestlers. And it's certainly one of the top 10 singles runs. But he comes out to pay tribute to Jay. He talks about how dominant they were. And my love for tag team wrestling was because of the Briscoes. I thought, like the Mega Powers and all that other tag team bull. But yeah, I mean, the Briscoes made me proud to say I love tag team wrestling. We get this heartbreaking promo from Mark. Jay's kids come out. It's a love fest. And then we get this amazing promo package of Jay. I mean,
need AEW to stop trying to make me cry, okay?
Who says they're trying?
Well, don't worry. In about 40 minutes, they're going to make you want to vomit. So let's talk to Canada Dry. Canada Dry, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I just love the fact that he was talking about like the injury to the kids, and they were saying they're never going to walk again. And then they're like, but we are them boys, and we always keep fighting. And
yeah.
And I just love that. It was this. There are big smiles on everyone's faces. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, Lord Ryan Rich.
I mean, yeah, it was touching and it was perfect, and it was the way they wanted to do it. And when they brought the kids out, I lost it. And it's just it's nice to see good things happen, like out of tragedy, and see people how resilient they can be and how they can come back. And I think that's I think that exemplifies a lot of what we do here at All Up in Wrestling. Is it's a bunch of people that's been down and out that had to call their way back and found a community within each other.
Yep.
Make me want to cry.
Jim Joe.
I mean, there's really not much more to say after Lord Ryan Rich, but I will say in 2023, and I love every time I hear, whether it's a pro football player or any athlete who just gives glory to God. I love it. Because if you look around this world, I think we need more of that, because it's just so frowned upon right now to say you're a Christian and to say you believe in God.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Sorry to get on my little.
No, there's a lot of places in the world where that you don't have that to be able to express that freedom. And that
is another story for another time, sir.
Yeah. I'm just saying prayers for my brothers and sisters out there that believe that can't believe.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Let's go on to Renee. She's with the Bucks. From now on, the three of you goons around here are now to refer to them officially as Nicholas and Matthew Jackson. They apparently are going to start dressing and grow mustaches like they're like a 30s or 40s vaudevillian villain. Like he's like, as he's tying women to the railroad tracks.
Hey, that was my line from last week.
I know, I recycled it.
It's still applicable.
Yeah, but now I can't use it.
Oh, you can if you want.
What?
You can have it next week.
You took the air out of it, though.
You can have it next week.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's recurring.
Hey, taking the air out of stuff never stopped Tom Brady.
Oh.
Hey, too soon.
Hey,
That's a low blow. It's a low blow. That's what I would expect.
You know what's interesting is you're wearing a Boston Bruins jersey there. You see this team right here?
Yeah.
Best team in the NHL right now.
They are.
Best team in the NHL.
They are
5 All-Stars.
They are kicking ass.
That's impressive.
It is. Absolutely is. Not that many Bruins. That's what I can tell you. We got
I can't ice skate, so they have all my supreme respect. I can't even do it.
Okay. So I think from now on I'm going to call them the douchey Bucks. So that is my who want to ride on mustache ride.
How much is it, Caleb? How much is it to ride the mustache ride?
I can't believe we're invoking this.
Oh, boys. We're
going after dark, JFE. We want to know if there's anyone who wants a mustache ride, how much is he going to charge?
Oh, yeah.
We got to know.
And the sake of commerce, yes.
Yeah.
I feel like we should get a cut.
Damn right we're pimping them out.
We get a cut. We get 40. That's our VIG. Our VIG is 40%.
So 30 money, is that 30 cents or $30? 30 monies. Feels like we're on Bobby World. But it's 30 monies.
30 monies.
Oh, God. Anyways.
That could be a rap star's name, right? Yo, 30 money in the house.
Then we get laughed out of the house.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That should be his new gimmick, 30 money.
The Bucks cut probably one of the best heel promos they have ever cut in their entire life. This sold you. They emphasized that they are EVPs. We are EVPs. Yeah, I think as EVPs we can do whatever it takes to make sure that this match happens. I am going to love this version of the Young Bucks because they are going to be the Vince McMahon of 2024. They are going to be the evil Vince McMahon character, which turned out to be a legitimate character, but I digress.
That wasn't a character. That was real life.
As soon as I saw them backstage, I was so disappointed because I was like, they're not getting interrupted.
Yep. I thought the same thing.
I wasn't.
But it was so amazing to see. We've seen heel Bucks. We've seen it. But to see this douchey heel Bucks.
So according to Dave Meltzer,
yeah,
Sting has the right to end his career with a win or a loss. It's up to him.
Yep, that's what I saw too.
Yeah, so I'm super excited about that.
I have a theory about that.
I don't think Sting will want to win.
So here's my theory. In his promo tonight, he
Yes.
alluded to wanting to win the tag titles.
Mhm.
He's winning the tag titles, and he's going to drop them to the Bucks at Revolution.
Yep. Bing, 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 bing. You win the grand prize.
When did Darby and him getting the shots then? Like, they got to be pretty quick.
I mean, it'll just happen on a random special edition of freaking
The
Dynamite.
Valentine's Day edition of
Yeah, it might
Dynamite.
be like the Valentine's Day edition. They'll win the tag titles.
Keep the belts for 2 weeks and then see ya.
I just realized it's like the Revolution is so far away still. So
Yeah.
So can I get my thoughts on this promo first before everyone else?
Sure.
So first off, I am going to love this heel persona of the Bucks.
Yeah.
I am here for their douchiness, and I'm here even more to watch them get their head kicked off eventually. It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I love the fact that they're just leaning into all this IWC bullshit about how they're the heels and the villain, taking the little pop shots at Punk. Finally, they're giving something back after Punk giving to him for so long.
Yeah.
I love it. I can't wait to see how this plays out.
Okay. Lord Ryan Rich.
I was super jazzed about this because it was dang near perfect.
Yeah.
They are going to be some of the most reviled people in all of wrestling, like Christian level when he was talking about Jack Perry's dad.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be like that. People are going to be like, there's going to be heat. And I love the fact that they kept saying, this is our baby. We're the ones who brought this forward. We were going to change the world. And now we've let this cancer of older wrestlers coming in, and we need to purge this. And that's where part of the CM Punk dig came in. But I feel like that's not been emphasized enough. Is like they're trying to purify AEW to get it back to where it's supposed to be. And they're going to do it through their EVP status now, as opposed to acting like a bunch of F-boys, if you will.
Yeah.
And so I really think it's interesting, and I'm really excited to see where it goes from here.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Getting dry.
You guys pretty much covered it. Let's move on.
All right. Anyway.
I just want to say one more thing. I think all of the hair from the Bucks mustaches migrated over to Hangman Page.
It's a colonization. I got it.
I get it.
I love that mustache. I don't like, if you don't like the man, that's fine. But that's a nice mustache.
I agree.
This
I'm
is
not
pretty-
hating on him or Page.
65 on my
It's right up there with Magnum and Magnum TA. It's right up there. It's pretty damn close.
I don't need a picture. It's been a while since I've seen Magnum's illustrious stash. I need a refresher.
I just saw a picture with him.
And
Like,
Magnum TA's mustache was nice as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
Magnum TA's mustache you want to just sleep in.
Tom Selleck was just like,
It's damn near.
Yeah,
It's
we
damn.
you got to clarify Magnum and Magnum TA. Like Tom Selleck and Magnum TA.
Yeah.
There we go.
like Tom Selleck's. It wasn't. It looked luxurious.
Oh, yeah.
Like not rough, like you would expect a full mustache to look. Like it was a bed,
Yeah.
a bed for women's bosoms.
What about Hulk Hogan's mustache? Speaking of racist pieces of shit,
-4.
you get a 4?
-4.
Oh, -4.
Oh, yeah. It's a horrible mustache.
It's not very full. It's just there.
Yeah. It looks plastic,
Yeah, with all that white dye on there. Yeah.
which it very well may be. Maybe he.
But can you imagine Hulk Hogan without the Fu Manchu?
Oh, yeah. I could.
Like we've seen him when he had to shave it for movies.
Yeah.
He looks like shit. He needed that mustache.
Ironically, I saw a clip on Facebook today of when Hogan in WCW where he was in the all black before the NWO where he was feuding with the Dungeon of Doom and he was completely shaven. It was so weird looking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
It's
was
like-
another time when he was in American Ninjas Kickback or whatever it was,
Yeah.
and he came out for
it's,
NWO.
Three Ninjas High Noon.
Yes.
Three
Yeah.
Ninjas High Noon.
I thought it was 3 American Ninjas Kickback. that a different movie?
Negative.
Maybe the Canadians had a different title for the movie.
I don't know. You're probably right. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know my Hulk Hogan
The
movies.
Mandela effect for him.
I know No Holds Barred.
Yeah.
I know. Was it Nanny with Muscles? No, Santa with Muscles.
Okay.
There was
Isn't
a
there-
nanny movie.
Mr. Nanny?
Was the Mr. Nanny?
Yeah.
Mr. Nanny.
And then
Suburban Commando.
Suburban Commando. I forgot about that one. Yeah. Is
Three
that it?
Ninjas. Attack at High Noon.
Yeah.
And then didn't he do
And then
something
there's that- then there's that
very
documentary.
early on in his career?
Oh, the Brocky. Yeah.
Well, let's not forget his TV show Tropic Thunder either.
Oh, that's a classic.
Oh yeah.
I would take that boat 10 out of 10.
And Hogan knows best.
If you're
And
gonna go
also,
reality,
let's not forget about his Gawker documentary where he said Hulk Hogan has a big penis. Mine's like this.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
That was a hell of a side quest.
14 gold for everybody.
Here's another idea for a Sunday podcast: ranking wrestling movies or movies with wrestlers in it.
Ooh.
That's a long list.
It is.
I mean, especially now.
I call the chaperone. No.
Which was the chaperone?
What?
Which was the chaperone?
The one with Triple H where he's the bus driver.
Yeah.
I can the front of it's imprinted on my mind.
There's so many bad wrestling movies though.
Well,
He's
it
wearing,
doesn't
like,
help
that
that
great
WWE made its own
janitor
movie
suit.
studio and just cranked out bad movie after bad movie.
What about See No Evil? Is that one with Kane?
Yep.
Actually outperformed. It really did well at the box.
Yeah, it was
Most
kind
of-
of a cult classic.
Most of the Marine movies were garbage.
That was the one where you had when they were doing this, they had the fake Kane, and he was the wrestling storyline to go along with that was so bad.
I liked the first Marine. I didn't like any of the other ones.
Yeah.
It didn't get good. I can't even say this with a straight face until Miz joined the cast.
Oh my god. Our third match is Bullet Club Gold going against Mogul Embassies, Brian Cage.
Oh, Knucklehead and Big Show should have won an Oscar.
I've never seen Knucklehead, so I don't know.
Oh my god. Anyways,
Or how about My Giant with Andre the Giant?
My Giant doesn't have Andre the Giant; it has another guy, but he's playing.
Is it not? Or who? What is it? It's
Andre
I mean,
was in the Princess Bride.
The Princess Brides, yeah. But there was another one I thought that he did too.
Yeah, My Giant. He was playing Andre the Giant, but he wasn't Andre.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking something else.
Okay. Anyways. So I love having I love having Ian Riccaboni on commentary. It just warms my heart. I loved him in Ring of Honor. I love him on Ring of Honor.
You know why? Because he's got the bone zone.
He's got the bone zone. That is correct. What a chop. Damn. What a chop. I mean, the chops have grown sufficiently how well he's chopping, and that's Jay White. He's working over the entire Mogul Embassy like he owes them money. Colton Gunn is really growing on me. I love his athleticism. I think he's a legit athlete. He looked like $1 million freaking dollars. I mean, he just looked fantastic.
Colton's the tall one, right?
Yeah. For some reason, here comes the schmoz, and we knew that you had to do it this way in order to. My beef with Private Party is it sucks that Top Flight has to take. Oh no, we're talking about. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say you.
Yeah, I was like, how did we get over there?
I caught it in my bottom of my notes.
Yeah,
So
you were sort of reading the wrong thing. I'm like, I think Molly was right. Are you on drugs?
I'm fine. I've had a couple beers in me. That's it.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, Bowens comes out for the save to save them from being clocked by Prince Nana. Yeah, so let's go Canada Dry first. Thoughts on the third match?
I think Rich has something to say. Go ahead, Rich.
Come on, teddy bear. Wrong way.
No,
Wrong way.
no,
You can't
Mike.
figure it out.
Opposite
You want-
hand.
Do you want to go? Do you want to scissor up?
I'll have to take this backdrop down next time and we can do it. Okay.
All right. So, yeah, this match was, it's kind of sad to see the Gates Agony lose the belt, but at the same time, I think it's cool that we're gonna get a faction where everyone has a title.
Yeah,
I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
And I like that Brian Cage can get away from the Gates of Agony.
Yeah.
They can do their own tag thing. Hopefully they can work their way to getting an AEW title shot tag team. And Cage can just be his own guy. And I think they need to get him back to where he needs to be to get some proper attention on him.
Okay. Lord Ryan Rich.
Yeah, I was back and forth on what I thought would happen in this match, and turns out my final thoughts were the ones that ended up happening, and Bullet Club Gold ends up winning. It makes sense, but here is my hot take. They are going to join to form the Bang Bang Scissor Gang. They will both be 6-man champions, and the feud will end in unifying those belts because the trios titles have done nothing.
The problem with unifying those belts and forming a faction is we have to deal with this feud again. I don't want to deal with that feud again. It's like the third time then.
Well, but you get to have the fun stuff leading up to it.
But you know what? Here's the thing. You can
So it's not
reverse
the same old thing.
because, like, Bullet Club is getting cheered heavily. You could just have the Scissor Gang turn on the Bang Bang Gang, and they can be the heels, and you have the faces, and sort of a reverse dynamic of their previous.
The double flip.
What about this when Soft Serve Juice Robinson comes back? He'd be like, "Where's my belt?" The guy without a belt.
They'll put him after the International or the TNT.
No, he'll just be like, "Can I hold it?" They're like, "No." He'll be like the odd man out. It'll be perfect.
It's not yours.
They're going to implement the Freebird rules for the trios titles.
Yeah, they're going to have to. I mean, just play it simple. You're just going to have to.
That could be a wild. Though, like, think about that though. Like, if you get like Bowens and Jay White and Colton Gunn doing Freebird between all the titles,
yeah,
that would be interesting.
That would be fun. Freebird with all the titles, all 7 of them.
Like, the Ring of Honor and the AEW. You could have some sick combinations.
Yep.
And we'd be like, we are the ultimate.
You know what? You know what I want to see? I want to see Juice Robinson come out with all 6 of the trios and 6-man titles like around his waist.
Yeah.
I mean, hilarious. So Adam Cole. Adam Cole comes out with Wardlow, talks about how he's going to win the heavyweight championship, and does it speaking for Wardlow. The only thing that Wardlow says is, boom. We finally have someone who's a mouthpiece for Wardlow. Because if cutting a promo was meant to save a human life, that person would be 6 feet in the ground. That man cannot cut a promo to save his life. Canada Dry, do you agree or disagree?
Who are we talking about?
Wardlow.
Oh, yeah. I don't... Yeah, they it's so tough. Wardlow, he's done it in the past. I don't know. Like, has he regressed when it comes to mic work, or they're just afraid to let him have like?
He just can't cut a promo. I
Well,
mean, every
he
promo.
has in the past though. I felt like he's gone back in like in or they don't want him to.
I mean, they're going to have to do something because this guy's a free agent in the next 2 months. They got to do something. They either got to shit or get off the pot, like cut bait and run or reel it in, because you can't keep toying with this kid. Give him a legit storyline, which they can get now because they have a mouthpiece for Wardlow. Wardlow doesn't have to say anything. Wardlow needs to show up, body slam, power bomb, symphony, 1, 2, 3, boom.
Well, if you look at like the early days of Brett, he couldn't cut a promo.
True.
Jim Anvil cut all the promos. Jimmy Mouth of the South was talking.
Yep.
And Brett said this little one-liner.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so maybe Wardlow can grow into it like Brett did.
Look, hanging out with Adam Cole is going to do nothing but
Yeah.
help him.
Yeah.
But with that said, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to deal with Adam Cole just saying Wardlow's the next champ. Like, I feel like that's all he said since he's come back.
Let him. I mean, he's prophesizing it.
Well, you have something interesting there because Wardlow is owed a victory over Samoa Joe
because
of the hair chopping incident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he lost the TNT title.
okay,
He never won it back from Samoa Joe.
And Joe never got his comeuppance for chopping off his hair.
Yeah.
So
This is long-term storytelling. So we could have Wardlow to be the one to as much as I want Swerve to do it, it very well could be.
I mean, it could happen at Double or Nothing, and then you give a medium-sized reign because you're trying to build up once again the Indisputable Kingdom. If you're going to give Roddy the international title, and they have the ROH tag belts, then you're building them up nicely there.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to give Swerve the title right away.
Yeah, he could get that. Could be
because he's still hot without that belt.
right.
Yeah.
But Adam Cole stays legitimate because you know that no matter who's got the belt, it's going to be Adam Cole. Adam Cole is going to be your next long-term reign champion.
Yeah, and Adam Cole's the leader of the faction. So even if if Wardlow keeps the belt and doesn't hand it over,
as long as they don't go the way they did with Christian and Kill Switch, because I don't want it to be an exact replay of that.
No, I don't think Wardlow's going to allow anyone to take that belt off of him.
Yeah, I completely.
He's not going to hand it over. He won't.
All right, let's go to our fourth match: Deonna Purrazzo versus Anna Jay. So my notes: Timeless Tony Storm is in attendance on commentary. Refers to her commentary crew as the Tasmaniac, the Masked One,
Mm-hmm.
and Ian Riccaboni.
Oh, and Tony Schiavone.
And Tony Schiavone.
She said, Tony Schiavone, you're looking great. That was the whole point of that joke.
Yes.
That she thinks it's Schiavone.
Where did Tony Storm get the cookies to feed Riccaboni?
Luther?
Stuffing cookies in his mouth.
Luther, I assume.
Yeah.
Or Mariah May, one of the two.
Yeah.
Anna Jay's on a roll lately. I love it. I love the fact that they're giving her stuff to do with a very loose association to you know what I'm saying. Anyways, Riccaboni is blushing. I love it. I love how mat-based Deonna truly is. I am a huge Deonna Purrazzo fan. I am unabashed. I know Canada Dry, but you know what? You can't please everyone every single time. Deonna showing why she is the queen of submissions. Storm stroking Ian's head is just pure comedy gold. Yeah, okay. They were like sisters. Deonna gets to win. She confronts Toni Storm. We both changed. We used to be like sisters, but we both changed. She gets on Luther's shoulders and starts throwing shoes, which she starts throwing shoes. And the only thing I could take from this match and from the shenanigans afterwards was we have legitimately taken one of the top 5 women wrestlers of all time and have given her a comedic gimmick. I feel like Vince McMahon is booking this.
What?
This feels like Vince.
Okay.
This feels like Vince.
Well, maybe this was the Vince part that made him a lot of money because this is gold.
I thought it was horrible.
Whoa!
You can make her comedic, but you have to put her in the ring and show why you spent the amount of money you spent to sign her. You need to show why everyone got excited when she showed up, and now everybody's pissed because she hasn't stepped in the ring but once in the few months she's been with the company. I think.
Are you talking about Deonna?
No, I'm talking about Mariah May.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about.
I thought you were talking about Toni Storm. I'm like,
yeah.
I knew who you were talking about.
Thank you.
She had one match and she looked all right, but
yeah.
I think it's an utter shame that you're going to treat Mariah May. This isn't like
Mariah May isn't even part of this, JFB, though.
I understand. No, she is. She's right there by Toni.
I know, but she's not even part of this storyline. She's just background.
That's his problem. He wants Mariah May to wrestle. I'll tell you what.
Canada Dry, tell us what you thought about the 4th match of the night.
I think that JFB's tripping on someone who isn't anything. She's nothing.
Okay.
She hasn't proved anything to anyone.
And she's
for everyone. No, but here's the thing, Debbie. She is new to the North American scene. So she has to come in like a brand new person.
Correct.
So like, I'm not shitting on her because she probably is a great wrestler, but she's got to cut her teeth slowly, and like this is how you do it. She's behind Toni Storm, and that's like putting the spotlight on her, and she's in the big segment, so it's kind of cool for her, I think. But as far as this match goes, Deonna Purrazzo versus Anna Jay. Let me say this.
Yeah.
Anna Jay, what the hell are you doing with all that makeup? It is horrible.
Do you ask Finn Balor that when he puts on the demon?
No. Anna Jay is a very pretty girl.
Yeah.
She does not need blush up here. And she looks like clown makeup to me. Like it didn't look good.
Okay.
I think that they need to keep her the way she was. Don't be messing around with her look.
Okay.
The other thing is, Purrazzo is all right. Nothing special to call yourself the best technical women's wrestler in the world. Hasn't shown me that yet. She's okay, but
okay. All right, let's go with better than your boyfriend, Lord Ryan Rich.
Okay, so we got a few parts here. JFB, as to your Mariah May point, maybe this is an Orange Cassidy situation. Like he made him go so slow and reveal it so slow to build the burn up, and now he's like one of the biggest things in the company. So maybe it's a reverse psychology of that. Maybe that's just a thought.
that's a good point.
About the actual match, I thought that Anna Jay looked great in this match, and I thought that Deonna Purrazzo did a lot to help. I think they looked great with each other in the ring. I thought it was Anna Jay was more technical than I thought she was going to be.
Yeah.
And it was impressive for Anna Jay, and like she came into 2024 at 1-0. I don't think taking a loss here to a brand new debuting pretty much person hurts her that much.
No, not at all.
As far as Toni Storm, she is God's gift to professional wrestling. She had me cracking up the entire time, calling Riccaboni Mr. Siobhan, and then feeding him the bonbons, and then playing with his hair, and then giving all the looks to the camera. Yes, darling. Yes. And everything that she says in and out of her mouth is gold. And I'm just like, thank you, Jesus, for letting me be alive and wrestling at this time.
Yeah.
And I yield the floor.
Before Jim Joe goes, I just want to say, as much as I do not like, or I'm Deonna Purrazzo, I'm gonna let her prove me wrong, as I said before. But I also don't like body shaming.
No.
And she took a lot of flack from people like, making fun of her body shape and whatever. And I don't think that's cool at all. That pisses me right off. So don't do it. Don't body shame wrestlers because
Don't be that guy.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah.
Bad.
Go ahead, yeah, Joe.
I mean, here's the thing. When you're dealing with, number one, they could have just had a picture of her and Tony Khan shaking hands to confirm that she's all elite. Instead, they post a bikini picture of her. And I think I call it shenanigans. I think they're trying to sexualize her.
Yeah, that they should have just had she's all elite. They shouldn't have bikini picture. That's fair.
Yeah. So, Jim Joe, not to steal any thunder from the down under.
So I really enjoyed this match. Like I said, I think Anna Jay has come a long way. But my biggest takeaway is with Deonna Purrazzo calling herself the best technical wrestler, women's wrestler. I want a match between her and Serena Deeb. Serena's coming back soon.
And Serena Deeb is all that and a bag of chips.
Yeah.
I think those two will have a great match. So please give it to me, TK. That's what I want.
All right. Well, we know he watches, or at least he listens. We don't know.
I want Serena Deeb to win gold in 2024.
Serena Deeb should be the one to dethrone Athena for the ROH women's title and bring Athena over to the main roster, over to AEW.
Yep.
I don't want to hide Deeb under a bushel in ROH.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, she can continue what Athena's doing and really work with the really up and coming women. And
I'd hate it, but at the same time, it'd be good for everyone else.
Yeah. All right.
Look, and it doesn't have to be forever.
Yeah.
And then once again, she can be the ROH women's champ for a couple months and come on over and start kicking ass in the AEW women's division.
Very true. Very true. All right, let's go. You know what? There's no commercial. They go right to the main event. The main event.
Nope, you forgot one.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. We go to commercial. We come back. It's Top Flight versus Private Party. My God. Woo. It's been a tough night. Anyways. Why
there goes the perfect broadcast, Jeffy.
Yeah, I know. My God.
Well, we say that went away when he went from one match in the middle to another match. So.
Yeah, there you go. And I went to this exact match.
I want to give a shout out to the shut-ins, the people that can't get out to podcasts, but you enjoy watching podcasts here on All Out Wrestling.
There you go. Anyways, I'm mad that they're going to make Top Flight eat a loss because of Private Party. Private Party should be on Rampage, then Collision, build up enough steam to get them into the mix for Tag Team Gold. I just don't think they're ready. I think Top Flight earned that right. The match, I mean, for a foursome of high spot junkies, it was a very much a mat-based match. And the fans did not like it. And you could tell because it was stone cold silent. There could have been a guy who farted.
Stone Cold.
There could be a guy who farts 5 rows back and you would hear it. That's how quiet it was for most of this match. Action picks up, and so does the crowd. Top Flight loses to Shenanigans. So I think it lessens the blow of Top Flight eating a loss. But at the same time, the argument can be said that he tried to protect himself by grabbing the top rope so he didn't fall over.
Yeah.
So, all right. Anyways, what do I know? Canada Dry knows.
Oh, Canada Dry knows. You know what I like about the less high flying?
Yeah.
Because these teams seemed like they weren't taking advice from the veterans. A lot of the veterans are like, sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
And a lot of the wrestlers, they're like, you need to slow it down. You don't need to do high spots all over the place.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a knowledge is power moment that they finally listened.
Yeah. And some hearts. You know, it made me feel.
Yeah.
What about Rich?
I'm going to try and fit these knowledge of power into everything.
I agree.
It was definitely more Matt based, and I guess they probably did that on purpose. I just don't think people liked it, but I thought it was enjoyable. And honestly, like, we'll probably be seeing this tag team go at it for years and years to come. So I think that they're wanting to save the stuff that they can really do for when it matters.
Yeah.
And I enjoy that. I think that's a good slow burn. But people are often want for instant gratification. So not to get that
more now than ever, Rich.
True.
Yeah.
So I guess people could be upset by that, but you got to think of it more of they're showing you what they have for the future. They're trying to show you what they're doing with the tag division.
Yeah, absolutely. GM Joe.
Yeah, I feel like this match was a showcase of the future of the AEW tag division. And I really hope, like, in 2024 that Tony Khan puts a renewed focus on the tag division, because it feels like here for a while, and I said this before, unless it's the Bucks or FTR, if anyone else is holding those tag titles, they just don't feel important or like a priority.
The Gates of Agony. Let's get them in there.
Yeah, look, you can have the gate, like I said, you have Gates of Agony, you have a new heel Young Bucks, you got Top Flight, Private Party, Lucha Brothers should be coming back soon. Like, It feels like we're getting back to the
maybe Best Friends.
Yeah, it feels like we're getting back to the 2019 tag division.
Yeah, where it was the best
when it was amazing. And I
well,
hope
part of that why it's not as good is because you took some of that when you created trios titles. You got 2 trios titles.
Yeah.
So
No, you're 100% right. We had Darby and Sting video package, and then we get to our main event. The way this has been hyped, and the way, I don't know if it was the camera angles that changed, but it gave you, I mean, it gave you like pay-per-view main event look and feel. Like, it felt bigger than
the hook spotlight.
Yeah. And made this match bigger and made Hook bigger than what they deserve.
The smartest thing Tony Khan did was make this commercial free.
Yes, absolutely. Hook looks like
Mind you, it wasn't very long.
Yeah.
Looks like
he's cool as a cucumber. Hook charges Joe, which is exactly what you want. You want your very vastly million times underdog. That's what you want him to do. You want him to take charge of the match, and that's exactly what he did. This kid is going to earn his paycheck tonight. He is going to get personally schooled, if not by his father, Taz, then definitely Samoa Joe is going to teach him a thing or two.
And he did.
And he did. And he worked him over exactly how he was supposed to. He looked dominant, and that's exactly what you need to do, which makes his sauntering out of the ring when Hangman came in all the better. Anyways, I don't know how Taz can, and I know Taz knows the outcome of the match. I know he knows what the bumps they're going to take, but that table bump looked especially nasty.
Yeah.
And for somebody as green as Taz's kid, as Hook is, that could have spelled a recipe for disaster if he didn't take that right. But at the end of the day, he made him look like $1 billion. Hook did not tap out, did not get pinned. He passed out. And not only did he pass out, when he came to, he says, "Is that all you got?" And then he got a muscle buster. Is that all you got? And then eventually Hangman Page comes in, and then Joe jets out of the way, and he gets to the top of the ramp, and there's Swerve, and the look of fear that was on Joe's face was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So, can to dry. Take it away, my friend.
You know, I didn't give this match that much credit to start out with. So I was watching with Molly, and so first of all, Molly goes, "I hate his hair."
Yeah.
He's like, "I want this guy to get his ass kicked."
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm like, "Don't worry, he will." And I really enjoyed it. I also enjoyed the match with Jinder and Seth Rollins. I thought they did a great job on that match too, since they're comparable. The one thing I'll say about that match is the finish was rushed.
Which match?
Jinder and Seth.
Oh, well, Seth was legitimately injured, so I think
he was hurt. He got work. Yeah,
but I think that they could have really talked about it and did a roll up or a small package or something.
Yeah,
because it really hurt the ending of the match. But anyway, back to this one. Just the sell job and the beating that he took.
Yeah.
Really just sold him as a legit tough guy.
Yeah.
And his next match, maybe he'll go after Wheeler's pure champ.
Yeah.
So
which I would be great with.
Yeah.
Ryan Rich, your thoughts on the main event?
Yeah. So when Joe gave him that Uranagi onto the table, that was one of the stiffest shots I've seen in some time.
Yeah.
But then after Joe looks at him for a second, and then he just starts to trot around the ring.
That looks so cool.
Proud of what he just accomplished.
Yeah.
And I see it in his face. The dude is a freaking superstar. And TK is a god dang genius for making him the world champion. And he made Hook look like $4 million, and Hook made him look like $10 million.
Yeah.
He hung in there tough in the paint. He took his stripes, he took his marks, and he said, "Let's do some more." So this match was highly entertaining for me. I loved the way that Joe was the entire time. I love that he kicked out at 1 on the Muscle Buster the first time. Like, what? All sick, amazing match.
All right. GM Joe, you got to follow that, man.
So I got a couple points here. One, this match, this 15 minutes of wrestling did more for Hook than the last 3 years combined. Yeah. 2, Taz knows how to sell a moment. He sat there, he took off his headset to recompose himself. Like, beautiful. Like, another thing, the fact that Uranagi went through and that table just combusted like it did, like, you couldn't have planned that any better.
Yeah.
My only thing is, like, I was sitting here watching this match. I was like, the only thing to me that is a minus to this is get rid of the FTW title. It's a detriment to Hook now.
Yeah.
I think they need to retire it, give it to someone else, whatever they're going to do. I don't know. I don't care.
I think they should retire that belt.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like having Hook, who they really played up to be a legitimate guy in this, which is more than what I thought they were going to do, honestly. But to have him carrying around a title that isn't a recognized title, I think does a bigger disservice to him than it does a service.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Especially with so many other titles that he could win.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the problem with the FTW is it's Taz's belt. And they don't really acknowledge Taz as being the father of Hook. They don't play it up. They don't mention it hardly ever.
Well, yeah, once in a while they do, but yeah, you're right.
I mean,
not as much as they should.
It's because they dug it into the ground for 3 years during COVID on Dark when he was doing commentary there.
Yeah. But that's what they need to do. I think what they need to do is give it more importance, and then the FTW belt actually will somewhat matter, but it should not be saddled with Hook. There should be an explanation about the history of that belt, and it's told by Taz, and it's told by Taz, and it's told by Hook. So I think that's what you need, and that's what you need to get. So
yeah, like they reference like the history of the belt and like the relationship, but I feel like Taz should hammer it home.
Yeah,
like make like talk about like he should be going like, I'm a proud father. This is my son.
Yeah.
Like he does everything else, like talks about his background in judo and like how he's got the lacrosse for the stamina and all that. But like,
Do you know what would be cool is if the FTW title somehow ended up on Ring of Honor instead of on like to someone else.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I'd definitely be okay with that.
Like so you can still use it
make
to build
it an official title, like legitimize it.
Yeah.
No, you can leave it how it is, but you can use it to build people up on.
I think you legitimize it if you do that.
Here's what you do: unification match between him and Yuta, and just keep the ROH Pure title.
Okay.
And you can get rid of the FTW title.
Give it back.
Yeah, you can introduce a new title and
you don't even need to introduce a new title. Just have it merge. Just keep the Pure title, the ROH Pure title. Just like they did with the hardcore and the IC
what do you mean,
title.
like the pure
FTR title? And
yes,
FTR,
like we have it.
The FTR is for the ropes or so. I don't know, something you can figure out.
FTW.
Pure fuck the rules.
Like pure mayhem, pure wreckage.
Yeah. Or you could say FTW is for the wrestling instead of the other.
Yeah.
For the wrestling.
Anyways, guys, we're at the point now where we give our flowers. And when we mean flowers, we mean we give our favorite match, our favorite segment, and, of course, our all-time favorite. How many bells are you going to give this episode of Dynamite, yo? Canada Dry, you go first.
My favorite match, I'm going to have to go with Hook and Samoa Joe. I enjoyed watching Hook just getting the living shit beat out of him, and just how badass Joe looks.
Yeah,
like Joe is just a badass, and I'm so glad that he gets to be world champion at least once in his career.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, I love it.
So my favorite segment. I missed the. A few segments here, but I'm gonna have to. That's a tough one. I'm gonna skip the segments. I'm just gonna give my bells.
Okay.
We're gonna give this 4.2.
Okay, 4.2. Let's go to Lord Ryan Rich.
My favorite match was the main event as well, Smojo and Hook. I thought that was great all the way around, but I think that should be an honorable mention for both the Gates of Agony and Bullet Club Gold match, and also the Commander Penta and Trent OC match. I thought those were both like pretty fun too. My favorite segment was Tony Storm on commentary.
Yeah.
Far and above. That's gold. Print money on that.
Yeah.
And I think that this show, I was thinking about 3/4 of the way through it, and I was like, you know what? This just feels kind of fun. Like, and it hasn't really felt fun in a while. Like, it's been very purpose, story driven, and tonight you got that too, but it felt more fun for some reason. So for that alone, I'm gonna go with a 4.17 bells.
Okay.
4.17.
Yeah.
He took my job.
Okay.
I never do this, so I feel strongly about this, so I'm gonna go with it.
Okay.
So my favorite match, I'm going with the 6-man tag match.
Okay.
Gates of Agony and Brian Cage versus Bullet Club Gold.
Yeah.
My segment is absolutely hands down the Bucks. I absolutely love their backstage interview. And I'm giving this show 4 bells. Like, I had fun watching this episode tonight.
Yeah.
And I know you know how I know you have fun because we've gone almost an hour and a half and the show isn't over yet.
Jeez. My God. Talk about running with the devil.
No, that's not how the song goes.
Yeah. Running with the devil.
No. Running with the shovel.
Oh, the shovel.
Running with the shovel. It's dangerous.
You must have been listening to like Pee Wee Herman and Weird Al Yankovic's son or something.
You know, they get that future stuff way before, they get music way before we get it.
Shovel.
Okay, JFB, your turn.
All right, man, here it is. I love the main event. That was my match of the night. My favorite segment is a Deucey Deuce tie. It is, of course, the Jay Brisco homage. I thought was beautiful and poignant and needed to be done. So we keep that man and his family in our...
Brain fart for me. Yes, that's my segment of the night, too. Good call.
Okay. And then my other segment was the Douchey Bucks.
Yeah.
That's
a good one.
But now the question is who is the Stone Cold Steve Austin to their Vince McMahon? So
no, you know what it needs to be, honestly?
Yeah.
It needs to be Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
He needs to be the one to bring him back around.
No, he started it with him. He's
exactly.
going to get rid of the older wrestlers.
Look, there's that, but eventually it's going to be Kenny Omega saying, "What are you two doing?"
Yeah. Well, you start seeing that with Omega before Omega got down with the diverticulitis.
Yeah, I think it was going to be Jericho and Omega, but
yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see. So my number of bells, I'm going 4.5. I had so much fun watching this episode of Dynamite that I left happy. I left with a big grin on my face. So
your dog looks like she wants to kiss you.
You know what? You know what I've come to the realization of?
What's that?
TK needs to go on Twitter rants more often because we get great episodes of Dynamite when he does.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll prove you all wrong.
So
damn bots.
Our average tonight is 4.2175.
Ooh, it's not one of our higher ones.
Oh yeah. Way higher. Yeah. So anyways, well guys, that's the end of our show. As you can see, I have multiple dogs that need attending to. Yeah. My note, they will attack and they will destroy with their tails and their kisses. Anyways, you can find us all over the internet. You want to buy a shirt, ProWrestlingTees.com/Evan Wrestling. Whatever you do, stay cool and do the right thing. Canada Dry. Got anything to mention?
Yes. I just want to say that, sometimes things are dark and you get down.
Yeah.
It's okay to be down. It's not okay to stay down.
Yeah.
The Great Deception says that depression always wins.
Yeah.
Hurting yourself is easy. It's the living that is hard. It takes fortitude to move forward every single day. And strength just doesn't come from within. Relationships can be like lightning rods to your soul. That doesn't make you weak. That makes you a survivor. Though I walk through the valley of shadow death, thy rod and your staff, they comfort me. Do not rejoice over me, my enemy. Though I sit in darkness, I will rise, and I'll just keep fighting.
No better way to say it except, let's hit it.
This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.